Beerus's eyes narrowed, the golden slits burning with rage. He twisted, dodging the attacks that followed. Goku's relentless barrage of punches, each one like a comet, followed by Caulifla's razor-sharp kicks that tore through the air with sonic booms. Most missed, but the ones that landed were brutal, making the god of destruction groan. A new realization dawned on him. These Saiyans were no more mortals. They were a real threat.
Hakai, a destructive energy that burns through their minds, a malevolent force that demands submission. Caulifla grits her teeth. Goku closes her eyes, channeling it into pure fire. He fuses Hakai with his primal energy, creating Hakai Fire, a blast of energy that can melt a mortal to nothingness, a death of absolute obliteration. Zeno, watching through his orb, claps his hands with childish delight. Fire is cool, so cool. Far away, in Universe 6, shadows stir. The Cold Demons, King Cold, Frieza, and their ilk plot in their icy fortresses. Their plan? Crush Goku and Caulifla, overthrow Beerus and Champa, and usurp Universes 6 and 7 for their eternal empire. King Cold, a strategist with ruthless precision, envisions himself as the new god of destruction. Vados, always enigmatic, sees potential in his ambition. Space trembled. Time seemed to stop as two crimson pillars of light, Goku and Caulifla, both in their Super Saiyan God forms, launched themselves at Beerus, the god of destruction. The pressure from their synchronized attack caused the air to scream as it ripped apart. Their punches created arcs of divine fire that flew straight at Beerus' face. But in an instant, Caulifla disappeared, a red lightning flash, reappearing behind the god of destruction with a thunderous heel kick that cracked the fabric of space. At the same time, Goku's fist slammed into Beerus' cheek, the impact exploding like a supernova. The ground beneath their feet shattered into floating islands of rock. Beerus raised his hand, a giant Hakai sphere forming above, sparking with enough power to obliterate worlds. "Enough games," he growled. The sphere plummeted, tearing the air apart, the earth shaking in horror. Caulifla's eyes widened. Is this the end? A blinding explosion engulfed the battlefield, flattening the trees, creating a crater that swallowed the horizon. Smoke and ash obscured the sky. But when the dust settled, Goku stood at the edge of the crater, cradling Caulifla's wounded body. His chest, once pierced, was healed, regenerated by the divine power of a Super Saiyan God, a miracle witnessed once before in their brutal clash with Beerus. Beerus turned, eyes narrowing. How persistent. In perfect synchronization, Goku and Caulifla spun, kicking each other in the back with bone-crushing force. The recoil propelled Beerus forward like a cannonball. Seizing the moment, the two Saiyans joined their hands, divine ki swirling into two apocalyptic spheres of light. "Take this!" they roared, unleashing a combined blast of energy that tore apart reality. A crimson and golden dragon roar aimed straight at Beerus's chest. "Enough!" Beerus growled, emerging from the fiery hell unharmed, his body enveloped in a violent purple aura that swallowed the sky. "Together, you are dangerous!" His voice was like an earthquake roar. With a wave of his hand, he unleashed a wave of Hakai energy, a tsunami of destruction that slammed into the Saiyans, sending them flying through the mountains into dust. Goku's gaze was steady. He carried Caulifla to Whis. "Heal her, please." Whis touched them both with his staff, the divine light healing their wounds. Caulifla gasped, eyes wide. "Goku, you saved me?" He grinned, blood still staining his armor. "We are friends, Caulifla. I will always protect you." Beerus's aura pulsed, a purple storm. You are a nuisance, but you are no match for a god. I'm done here. Whis, prepare a snack. I'm going to bed. Whis's lips curled. I've noticed Goku's regenerative abilities. That's why I didn't heal him. I wanted to test its limits. Impressive, but Beerus still has it. You could have died, Caulifla, though I'll bring you back too. Caulifla frowned, thinking of the Dragon Balls. She still didn't know Whis could rewind time. Whis sealed them in the time training chamber. Outside, minutes passed. Inside, months stretched into an eternity of blood and fire. Goku and Caulifla created artificial moons, transforming into giant Uzuru, their roar shaking the walls of the chamber. They sparred in their god forms, divine chi clashing like gods in war. They fought in the inner world, the spiritual realms where the mind becomes the battlefield, a technique honed in the annals of Dragon Ball. Goku's genius sparked a revolution. By mastering his cells, he surpassed Super Saiyan 3, unlocking the primal rage of Super Saiyan 4. Crimson fur rippled across his frame, eyes blazing with feral power. He taught Caulifla, and soon they were clashing in their new forms, the room shaking with their power. Caulifla, through Whis's magic, speaks to her parents in Universe 6. Her mother's voice is filled with pride. The Saiyans are rallying behind you and Goku. Rule and live in glory. Keep training, partner, Caulifla says, clenching her fists. No god can stop me. I will be the strongest. The time chamber becomes their purgatory. Dawn and dusk blend together. The ground cracks under their blows, the silver aura of Ultra Instinct flaring as they master their godly state. Their movements are fluid, time seemingly frozen as they dodge and counter with pinpoint precision. Goku's fiery kicks level forests. Caulifla's energy blasts carve canyons. Whis watches, amazed. They are evolving beyond imagination. Their first Super Saiyan 4 fight was chaos incarnate. Caulifla, wild with excitement, unleashed a flurry of blows that forced Goku to wade through a storm of punches. He countered with bone-crushing kicks, their blows searing the air. Caulifla fired a blast of energy coated in flames, a new power foreign to any Saiyan before them. Goku's counterattack roared with the same inferno. This, we can refine it, he thought, eyes glistening. An explosion engulfed them in smoke and fire. When the dust cleared, Goku had Caulifla from behind, his arms locked around her. Got it. He shot into the sky, then plummeted, throwing her to the ground. A crater the size of a city formed, and Caulifla staggered to her feet, dazed but smiling through the pain. Damn, it hurts! Frieza, who has been meditating to master her weak golden form, sparred with Vados a few days ago. Her divine martial arts overwhelm him, exposing the form's fatal flaw, unexplained loss of power. In a real fight, you would lose to anyone without that weakness, Vados chided, and you panic when cornered. Sent into meditation, Frieza seethed, while King Cold's eloquence swayed Vados. She began to see him as Champa's successor. Whis returned to the time chamber, finding Goku and Caulifla in their Super Saiyan 4 forms, their auras like twin hellfires. Amazing, he praised. You've unlocked another form. Have you tried fusing it with your divine chi? We tried, Goku said, but mortal chi and divine chi don't mix, not yet. Goku, no! Caulifla's scream tore through the chaos. Old Whis, heal him before he dies! Whis, hovering serenely above the devastation, merely tilted his head. I won't. Focus on the fight, Caulifla. Tears streamed down Caulifla's face as anger burned within her. Her aura exploded, a raging sea of crimson and gold. I don't know why you let him die, Whis, she snarled, but you, Beerus, you will pay. Her voice was a primal roar. I will kill you! Beerus's cold smile was like a knife. "Convince me, monkey." He scornfully dodged her frenzied attacks, counterattacking with blasts of divine energy that gouged out wounds across her body. Blood stained the battlefield as Caulifla's strength was drained, her knees buckling. She fell, trembling, her vision blurred.
"Fuck!" Beerus roared, his aura exploding into an apocalyptic storm. "I, a god, will not lose to the monkey bugs." The universe itself seemed to bow before his pressure, the air thickening to the point that Goku and Caulifla's hearts were pounding like drums. The ground liquefied beneath their feet, unable to bear the divine weight. Beerus moved like a bolt of lightning, a blur of angry purple. He attacked Caulifla first, forcing a sphere of pure Hakai into her palm. She screamed, her arm shaking as the energy threatened to consume her. Before she could react, Beerus was at Goku's side, a relentless barrage of punches and kicks that cracked the planet's crust. Each blow a supernova, each impact a death knell. With a cruel smile, Beerus drove his hand through Goku's chest, a fountain of blood gushing out. Goku's eyes glazed over, his body collapsing, trembling on the brink of oblivion.
In their inner worlds, the final test awaits. Ultra Goku and Ultra Caulifla, the spiritual embodiments of their ultimate potential, manifest, bloodthirsty and ruthless. "You are nothing," they hiss, knowing every technique, every weakness. The battle is apocalyptic. Goku and Caulifla are crushed hundreds of times, burned by Hakai flames, slashed by ethereal blades. Blood stains both their inner world and the outer world. "You are pathetic," Ultra Goku sneers. "Trash from a dead planet." "Shut up," Goku snarls, dripping blood. "You are nothing but obstacles." Caulifla's pride burns. "I will destroy you and prove who is the best." Time and time again, defeat has forged them stronger. Whis watched in amazement as the avatars adapted to his every command, counterattacking immediately. Days followed weeks. Goku, battered, placed a hand on Caulifla's shoulder. "You are not weak. We will do this." Her eyes burned. "You are right. I will not lose." "I know how to defeat them," Goku said. "Caulifla, gather the anger from your first Super Saiyan 4 transformation." The avatars unleashed streams of Hakai flames. Goku and Caulifla focused their chi into their fists, the roar of the Uzaru echoing behind them. Their punches tore at the avatars' power, shattering their forms. The spirit Saiyans dissolved into pure energy, merging with their essence. Goku and Caulifla stood there, eyes burning with the flames of sacrifice. A god had toyed with life, but their fists screamed defiance. The echoes of victory would not be extinguished. Against a universe that sought to wipe them out, courage was born. Hope burst forth in their images. If the end came to claim their lives, they would not run. The force had awakened. They would resist.